space you can be in here with me. How are you doing this evening? I'm looking for a pen. I'm down to one pen. I didn't know. Didn't realize I am be out here writing, y'all. um, I'm looking for an ink pen. Yesterday, I could not, for the soul of me, guys. I couldn't find my journal, and I found it today. Let me see. 6-5 was my. I couldn't find it yesterday. So we are not going to miss 6-7. You hear me? So make sure if you haven't journaled today to be sure you go ahead and journal for today. My name is Coach Kenya. If you're new to tap it in with me, I'm your girl, Coach Kenya. I'm your weight loss area guru in mindset and weight loss and motivation. I'm here to help you not only achieve a higher level of living, but a higher level of emotional sobriety in everything we do. And if you like me and you struggle with your weight loss and wellness, and if you like me and had to have help with your mindset, your body, and your wellness walk, you in the right space. If you're someone who's into wellness, who's into health, who's into insight, learning more information, hey, A-Baked, how are you? Then you're safe in this space as well. Thank you so much for tapping in. As I said, I'm Coach Kenya. After losing over 479 pounds naturally, I might know a little bit about natural weight loss and wellness. No dieting, no counting, no gym running. I might know a little bit. Unfortunately, hey, Jules, sorry, I didn't mean to send that invite the prophetic. I'm actually about to do a reading, so I apologize. Hi, Jeremiah. Hi, Pauline. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Instagram. Hey, YouTube and Facebook. Love you so much. Welcome in. We so glad you made it in tonight. You are welcome here. Look, you safe in this space. Thank you so much. Hi, Keisha Allen. How are you? Mabana. Is that how you say it? Mabana. Am I saying it right? How are you? Beautiful. Welcome in and good evening. This is our Saturday night self-care, Saturday check-in. Just got back from the gym. Welcome in. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit the invite. Thank you for coming in. I did not mean to hit that. But I'm so grateful you're here, though. I will, hey, yes, we have a treadmill on my sister's side. I haven't graced the gym since I've been in New Jersey, but thank God her house has a few things in the basement area where I can ride the bike, work out, do treadmill, do weights. So I'm grateful for that. Since I've been on traveling for the last 6 months, I'll be going back to the heat. I love the heat. I'll be headed back in about a week, and then I'll be back and forth for about 4 more months. So I'll spend the end of the year running back and forth across the country. But I love what I do. I love helping women get healthy in their own homes. I love it coming in after working with a private client for a while. I love coming in and providing them with the support they need to accomplish them, reach their goals. Hi, Quentin. Is it Quentin? How are you? Hey, Sharon. How are you? Angela, welcome in. Welcome in Instagram. Hi, Angie. How are you? Hey, Kate Candy. Hi, is it Kay Danielle? Kay Danielle. Hello, Cheryl Mason. Hey, boo. You got me on Instagram too. Okay, it's time for our daily reading. Shall we proceed? If you made a comment, they filtered out your comment. Good evening, Cheryl. It's our self-care Saturday reading. You know I come on between 9:30 and 10. So here I am, my friend, and I'm ready to go. That you guys, we're on day 175 and June 7th. If you're new and you're wondering what we're doing, my girls and I, my tribe and I, we've been going live, hey Nana, regularly for 175 days, consistently. We've been showing up. We've been doing a daily reading different times of the day, every day, just to get a different crowd. We read a little bit about fear. And one of the things that many people don't know, that fear is why you have not reached that goal yet. Fear is why you can't take that chance. Fear is why you can't that relationship. It's not all that other stuff. It's actually fear. And so what I like to talk about is how you get to that fear, you identify it, and then what to do about it, right? Sometimes many of us are so afraid of failure that we're running so fast through our weight loss and wellness journeys that we're setting ourselves up to fail. And so what I like to do is look at those things and pick them apart and identify the barriers that need to be bent out of our way so that we can be successful long term. That's about it. I mean, and a lot of other stuff. We do meal planning and all of that. But my team and I do those things for you. We actually set it up to where you can basically copy and paste your grocery list into your Instacart app and have your groceries delivered to you for your meal plan. We make it as convenient as possible for you. The two books that we read from daily reading are going to be David Komolofli, 365 Days of Fear Not. This book has been a lifesaver. I've been reading it for several years. And the second book is going to be Journey to the Heart by Melanie Beatty. Thank you so much for the likes, the tappings. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. This is not a weight loss. I'm not going to sell you a GLP-1 or tell you to go to Fridays or get anything. I'm not knocking those that do. I'm just saying that's not what this is. So don't get nervous if you see the before after. The reason why I show the before picture, because a lot of people say, what did you look like before? So it keeps me from having to answer the same question over and over and over. This is a photo of what I looked like many years ago, battling my obesity, because it has been a lifelong journey. I didn't just wake up and get big. I've always struggled with eating and obesity since I was a little girl. So today, with that being said, let's go ahead and read about how opening our mindset and changing the way we think about things and how we look at things can allow us to enhance, expand, and grow in every area of our life. It's not just accomplishing our weight loss and wellness goals. It's accomplishing the mindset, the motivation, and the mentality needed for you to be consistent enough. Now, mind you, I lost 479 pounds 10 years ago. Not new to this, true to this. All right. I'm not about to tell you no gimmick tricks or trades. I'm definitely not going to be able to tell you how to calorie count, run to the damn gym excessively, or do any apple cider vinegar tricks. I ain't got none of those. I'm sorry, not here. But I can talk to you about your mind and how powerful it can be when you get an understanding of what emotional eating truly is. And then you begin to walk a journey of food rewiring and behavior modification. Good evening, TR. Welcome into the best mod in the building. All right, day 175, David Kovalafi says, it is written, for it is God who works in you both to will and to do for his good pleasure. For it is God who works in you both to will and to do for his good pleasure. Principle: conquering fear takes the will and power to stand confidently when shaken by it. When you are shaken by fear, Cherie, welcome in. Conquering fear takes the will and power to stand confidently when shaken by it. When fear has shaken you, to stand confident in that thing, you got to want that thing. Now, I know when I get scared, fear can lock me. It can lock me down. But today I'm recognizing that fear is not real. It's false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's F everything and run. You understand what I'm saying? So both of those things are not real. What I've learned is when I talk about my fears, I find out after picking them apart that they're nothing to be afraid of. I when I trace the pathway of the fear, it equals nowhere. And I quickly learned that the fear was, another way for the enemy to grab a hold of my thoughts to attack me. So, because when the enemy can't get your body, he'll attack your mind. When he can't get your mind, he'll attack your body. When you've made it through a bout of depression, have you noticed you'll get a cold or the flu or get sick? That's why we cleanse mind, body, and soul. It goes on to say, prayer. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, oh God, for granting me the will and power to conquer my fears in Jesus' name. Oh Lord God, work in me by your spirit to overcome my fears in Jesus' name. So twofold. First, grant me the willpower, the will and power to conquer the fear. And then two, let me walk in your spirit to overcome the fear. Because once I recognize the fear, now I got to do something about it. Many of us know what we're afraid of. Many of us know what we need to do different. Many of us know all of that. Many of us are knowledgeable in that area. We know what we need to be doing. We know what we need to be doing. The problem is where self control and motivation lies, we have a gap. Yeah. So what happens is if fear gets in there where motivation is dwindling and self-care is and self-control is limited, then fear will overtake us and it will keep us stuck in a space that we know we should have never been in the first place. Fear will have us accepting circumstances that we should have never accepted on day one. Fear will have you out in these streets doing something you know you shouldn't be doing, but you still doing it. Why? See, sometimes we might know we need to do something else, but just because we know what we need to do doesn't mean we have the skills, talents, and abilities to do it consistently. Just because we work in wellness doesn't mean we know how to make ourselves well. This is the delusion about many people. I am licensed. I was licensed in many things. I studied and worked with many type of people. But when it came time for me to deal with my types, I needed someone else. Many of us are good at telling somebody else how to diet, lose weight, cut back, change their mindset, grow their business. You got so many ideals. You can be a billionaire times 25 and you still living paycheck to paycheck if you ain't on disability because you can do it for somebody else, but you can't do it for you. Moral to the story is not to knock you. That was my story before. The moral to the story is to tell you that sometimes Hold on, it's important that I record this up because my followers be upset when they don't get their little videos. So let me make sure everybody get included. Okay, here we go back into it. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have the tenacity in you and the wherewithal, it doesn't mean you always can directly apply. You have to be intentional about doing it for you. Because if you are someone who's an overachiever, succeeder, giver, doer, fixer, saver, changer, all of those things, a mini Jesus, a Captain Sable, you know what? If that's your mentality, if that's your personality, if you're an over server, over giver, over creator, if that's you, the one thing you struggle to do is to turn that energy on you. You have 7 unfinished businesses. You have 3 LLCs. You got a business you've been running for 15 years and ain't got no website yet. You supposed to have a business email, but you done found a way to help everybody start their businesses, donate money, go help the sick, go take care of 6 mamas and daddies while they sick, but you can't get your LLC and start your own business because you don't believe in you enough. But let your friend call you and tell you she want to start a business. It'd be your idea, but she want to start it and you going to support her till the end of the sun, the moon, and the rain. It says, grant me the will and the power to conquer my fears. That's fear. It's okay if we work on our idea. It's okay if we have an ideal about the way something might work, if we pursue it. It's okay for us to have the same pressure and energy for ourselves that we demonstrate to everyone else. And I realize no one in these lives can relate to any of that. I don't see no like buttons flying. I don't see nobody communicating to me in the chat. So I realize I may not be talking to anybody familiar with what I'm sharing. But for those of you who can relate and who know what I'm saying, I pray that from what I'm sharing with you, you get the power and the tenacity within yourself to know that you are worth as much as effort and work that you've extended for everyone else in your life to be at the place that they're at, that you know that you are worth that same effort. Hey, Chantel, how are you, beautiful? That you are worth that same push, that same drive, that same tenacity, that you deserve that. And not only do you deserve it, but you deserve it right now. You don't have to wait till JoJo graduate. You don't have to wait till Betty get better. You don't have to wait till the kids get to the next grade. You can do right now for you what you've been doing for others for years and years and years. I pray that these words don't fall on deaf ears. I pray that the person that needs to be reminded that they need to take a break and take care of themselves tonight hears me. The person that needs to know right now that it is of urgency that you prioritize your health and your wellness so that you can see that thing you're wanting to see, make to that trip you want to make it to. I pray for you that tonight that whatever link in the chain is missing for you to truly commit to growing who you are and changing and getting your health and wellness in a better state. I pray that that's ignited in you with the blazing fire and you are able to achieve, just get started and keep going. Welcome in and Nikki, welcome in Kasan, welcome in Sky and April. Welcome. Hi Chantel, it's good to see you again. All right, our second book we're going to read out of is Melanie Beattie. Now the reason why we read her book is because her book helps us deal with relationships. Well, coach, what does weight loss and motivation and fear have to do with relationships? Food is a relationship, a toxic one at that. For many of us, if you like me, you suffer with obesity or food addiction, food is a toxic relationship. And I must now reprogram my relationship with food. I must now develop a new reason, a new understanding, a new reference to why I chew, why I eat, and what my goal behind eating is. I have to change that because it's gotten disconnected diabolically into some things of me eating to be happy, eating to be eating. I have to change that. In order to change it, I have to look at. In order to look at, I have to be willing to do the work necessary. I hope you got that. All right. I want my relationship with food to be healthy, consistent, and balanced. That's the goal I seek. Healthy, consistent, and balanced. I didn't say diet. I didn't say restricted. I didn't say calorie counting. I said balance, meaning I want to be able to eat a little bit of anything because I have self-control and self-discipline. All right. Recovering from a food addiction is serious. So therefore I must function in self-discipline and self-control because I have to have food to survive. It's not optional. It's not optional. It's not a word. Today's reading with Melanie Beattie says, never say never. On my trip, I stayed at several state parks. The lodging was usually fine, but the ambiance and setting often weren't what I wanted. I needed smaller, quieter places. At one point in my journey, I said, never again will I stay in a state park. Shortly after, I found myself nestled in a room in an Olympic State Park in Washington. It was one of the finest, quietest, most healing places I had ever encountered. I laughed at myself by saying never. I had nearly cheated myself out of this experience. Please don't say never. Please don't say never. How many of you all lost 100 or 60, 70, 80 pounds and you said, I never gained that weight back, and you gained the first 20 back as soon as something traumatic happened? Me. Tap the like button if you've lost 10 pounds, the same 10 pounds over and over and over, and every time you lost it, you said, I'm never going back. Me. I can tap my own like button if necessary, because those are my truths. Those are my stories said many times. Never. It goes on to say, please don't say never. It sets up resistance, challenges life, challenges fate, and closes doors. Never is dogmatic and judgmental. Never means limited thinking, and never usually means probably. When you say never, it is sometimes because we have prejudged a thing without experiencing it. Other times we say never because in the past, a particular experience with the place or person was unpleasant. To say never means we're expecting all similar experiences to be unpleasant. It doesn't leave room for change or our, our new and different experiences. This is for somebody tonight. Learn from the past. Trust yourself. Trust your experiences, even the ones that haven't worked for you. But please don't say never. Stay open to all the universe holds for you. Never say never. The part that caught me immediately was, please don't say never. Well, what she said was, she said never to going to stay somewhere. Back at you, Tyler. She said never because she had had an experience and it wasn't good. But the one experience she had that changed that was an experience that she didn't want to take. And she said when she was having the experience, it was so amazing that she actually said, I'm very aware of that. She actually said to herself, I would have cheated myself of this experience. I stuck with my version of never. How am I living on a never? You're living on a never right now, and you're missing out on experiences because of the never. If you are living on a never right now, I would encourage you to challenge that never, to step out of fear and move forward, because that never could be blocking you from your forever. That, that never that you set in place as a response to an experience you've had. I pray that I share something. Kim, this is my backup page. I pray that something I share is able to touch you. And I'll read this again and just close with this because it's so powerful. It says, never say never. On my trip, I stayed at several state parks. The lodging was usually fine, but the ambiance and setting often weren't what I wanted. I needed smaller, quieter places. At one point in my journey, I said never again. And I never again will I stay in a state park. Shortly after, I found myself nestling in a room at an Olympic State Park in Washington. It was one of the finest, quietest, most healing places I had ever encountered. I laughed at myself. By saying never, I had nearly cheated myself out of this experience. Please don't say never. It sets up resistance, challenges life, challenges fate, and closes doors. Never is dogmatic and judgmental, never means limited thinking, and never usually means probably. When we say never, it is sometimes because we have prejudged a thing without experiencing it. Other times, we say never because in the past, a particular experience, a place or person was unpleasant. To say never means expecting all similar experiences to be unpleasant. It doesn't leave room for change or new or different experiences. Come here, Amy. Learn from the past. Trust yourself. Trust your experiences, even the ones that haven't worked for you. But please don't say never. Stay open to what the universe holds. Mm, mm. Says when you say never, you shut the door on experiences that you're meant to have. And I say when you say never, it can be closing the door to your forever. So that's for someone tonight. May God bless you and keep you. Don't forget to realize you are strong enough to win. Tonight is short and sweet. I try to make these short and sweet now so they don't go on too much longer, but may God bless you and keep you. Thank you so much for tapping in. Please be sure you follow me. Check me out on YouTube and Instagram. If you're on one of my social medias, please be sure to check out the full videos or the replays on my YouTube and Facebook channels. Have a good night. God bless you all.